let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to close down some of these windows that I have open. Okay, so welcome, guys. So yeah, let's get into it. So quick intro. So I'm on the right-hand side there, Shen. For those that don't know me, that are on the call. So I look after the marketing side of it for 9 pillars. So helping clients on helping them generate revenue using different marketing strategies. And that's kind of my focus. And Anil, I'll let you introduce yourself for those that don't know you.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, so I'm obviously on the one on the left. I generally work with people who already have a business that's growing, but they need help better managing that growth. So I look at things like looking at profitability within the business, making sure that you're making money off the revenue that you're generating, team development, productivity of the team, systems and processes in the business. I'm an accountant by training, so looking at the financials and understanding those and what drives the business is very important. So that's where I fit into the picture. And sorry, planning and making sure there's a good plan in place and everyone's on board with that plan as well.
Absolutely. Awesome. All right. So today's topic we're covering is how to use social media to get clients before Christmas. I'm sure we all would like to have a really good finish to the end of the year. And so today is all about sharing some of the strategies that we use with some of our clients and helping them really get a boost in revenue. And you'll find yourself in different situations, which is probably the next slide. So, what is your current situation? So generally speaking, this time of year, we will have clients in really 3 situations. They either have heaps of work, right? So the people lining up the door, sales are coming in, and really it's all about the management of those leads and sales. So they're converting the sales, fantastic. How do they process it, before Christmas, but also after Christmas, right? During that holiday period, and when you're starting January again, if you're taking some time off, most people do, you come back in January that you've got, your bucket full of leads and sales, and you're just carrying on as normal. So, generally, if people are in this area, they probably don't need marketing help as such, and they probably need more help around, working up profit in their business or working out time, team, or resources, and that's probably an area that Anil looks after. There's also 2 other situations that we find clients in. They're either stable but not thriving. So they're kind of in the middle of the pack. They're not really going forward, not really going backward. They're just plodding along. And that's not a bad position to be in, but it's not the best position to be in. You want to be in the first bucket, the first situation. And then we have clients who are struggling, right? So really they look at Christmas, they're dreading that time coming up, the holidays, and they're kind of going, well, I really need to get some more sales so I can have a better Christmas. And, that's a really tough situation to be in. But this is a situation that some of our clients are in. So we're here to help you guys. And hopefully you get some of the strategies out today that you can start implementing to, fill up your bucket. So some common problems I see is that it's a mindset. So most people think coming up to the end of Christmas, all I care about is just closing off my leads, my sales, or finishing off the work that I'm doing, right? It's this mindset of slowing down and stopping. Now, when you do that, it actually impacts other areas of your business. It impacts things like lead generation, where you take your eye off the ball, right? You don't focus on marketing as much. And that's really difficult because, again, when you get to January, you're going to end up with just having so little leads that you're going to be stressed out on, how do you pay those bills over Christmas, or you've got a big holiday and you put it on the credit card. How do I pay that credit card off and things like that? So really, some people do take their eyes off lead generation. And then you have obviously a lack of leads. It's basically a ghost town, and it's a scary place to be in. And lack of sales. I don't know if that's the best picture to show, but something I could find. Your pockets are empty. There's nothing there, and you're in a different situation. Really stressed out. A stressful Christmas. This one here is slow. Where Santa's got no one sitting next to him. That's a sad position to be in. So the whole idea around this is create the lineup. So where you want to be is focus, having a plan in place, know exactly what you need to do, get it out there. And I'm going to show you some of those strategies right now, well, in the next few slides, on how to go about doing that. But stay focused on what you're wanting to achieve, right? Don't take your foot off the pedal right now. focus on generating leads. Like this busker does. They get there, they kind of make some bit of noise, gather all the people around. That's what you want to be. You want to be able to help generate leads, and then after that, you want to be able to nurture those leads, right? You may not be able to close the sale off before Christmas. Let's face it. Not some people have longer sales periods and things like that. In real estate, could be a little bit different as well. It could be people thinking about it now, but may want to sell in February. But you want to be out there marketing your business, getting your brand out there, and then nurturing that lead. Don't just get the lead and just not do anything with it, or just not communicate. Provide some information as much as possible, and just nurture it in the best way possible. And obviously, we would love to turn those leads into sales and have a bucket or a big treasure chest like this with a full of gold in it. These days, it's probably not gold; it's cash or it's paper and everything else, plastic. So here are the 5 key principles, guys, on doing it. So hopefully you've got a pen. But before I go into it, I want you guys to, if you just go to the chat box and just let us know, how are you feeling coming up to Christmas? Okay, so to spend a minute right now, how are you feeling right now? Are you, nervous about it? Are you worried about certain aspects of it, of not having enough leads, or are you kind of comfortable in it? So I can just get you guys just to open up your chat box and just type something in. I might get you to read them out, Anil.
Yeah, I'll do that. And as you said, Lucien, I know everyone's in a different boat. Some people are flat out and struggling just to get things done. And others, they want to generate more work.
Yeah.
So Andrea's saying here, need to focus on the new year, get raring to go for 2019. Nadia, comfortable with current leads, focusing on building a pipeline for January, which is very smart, Nadia, very smart.
Perfect.
Grant's middle of the pack, could always have more work. Yep, good. So stable, but wants to grow. Now we have someone called User. Not sure who User is, but definitely wants to start focusing on 2019 now. Kimberly's okay for now, but new year. So it sounds like it's a combination. People may even be busy now, but they know things slow down in the new year.
Yeah, and it's really important.
New leads, Anthony's saying. Max is a little bit quiet now, but hoping it'll be the calm before the storm. And that's an interesting comment, Max. I've had we've all had clients where they expect it to be busy coming into Christmas, but there's no guarantee. And I think just having some marketing in place that you can turn on and have tested and worked out what works, because not everything works, and Lucien's going to take us through that. It's good just to have that in your back pocket in case you need to bring it out. Nick and Lauren, I know you guys are busy turning away leads. So, so it's a bit of a mix there.
Yeah, so Louise, getting some momentum. Yep, that's good.
So off you go, mate.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for sharing, guys. It's important that, by sharing this stuff, you can share with the rest of the guys on the call and stuff like that. And you will, by sharing, you'll hear what other people are saying, and you might grab some ideas as well at the same time. So very good. So 5 key principles on how to use social media. So just bear with me, I'm going to turn that off. Okay, so one is we want to focus on these 3 particular channels around social media. So pick your source, right? So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Okay, they're the 3 I want you to look at. If you've got a pen right now, I want you to do yourself a favor, and we can do it right now. So pick one of those 3 things, those 3 social media channels that you would like to focus on. Okay. Now the way to pick that is think about your customers, where your ideal clients are or your ideal prospects are at the moment, and where are they spending most of their time? Are they on Facebook, are they Instagram, or LinkedIn? So, recently I was speaking to a real estate agent, and their focus is on LinkedIn because they want to target a particular industry, a particular niche. And so we're going to be focusing more on LinkedIn advertising and LinkedIn posting more than a Facebook or an Instagram post. So really, really important that you pick your source here in terms of which one you feel is going to work best for your business. I know in previous webinars that we ran, we've helped people on how to do that. That's probably because of lack of time today. We don't have time to go through how to pick it, but think about your ideal client. Think about how best to get your message out there as well. Next is around advertising. Really want to push advertising, right? It's not about putting posts on social media and hoping people would like and share it, okay? This is about really you investing a little bit of money, getting your social media in place and really pushing your message out there, right? Well, great thing about social media, it can be targeted, right? So if you want to target a particular geography, you can do that. If you want to do a demographic, you can do that as well. There's so many different advantages around targeting and how to get your message out there.
So, Lucian, that just means that if you can target properly, if you understand your customer, then you'll spend less money in getting your message out there because it'll be going to the right people.
Going to the right people, but it also helps you stay focused on your actual message out to the customer, the prospect. Mm-hmm. If you can, get their attention. Let's say I was targeting business owners in Penrith, for example. I'll go business owners in Penrith could be the attention-grabbing headline straight away, so they know it's them. Right, if they're running a Facebook ad, and then I would talk about around the headline, around the problems and things like that. So you can really tailor your message for that audience. What I find, and again, one of the biggest problems is people they want to target everyone, and they don't have this niching concept. Really important to get this niching concept in, where you're really focusing on one particular market, one type of person, so you can get the right offer, the one offer, and the one message out to them.
And if you've got different types of markets, I know that Nadia, we reviewed and discussed something for Nadia recently where she was targeting first home buyers, and I think one of the suggestions you made was targeting, she said tradespeople were a target, and a couple of other specific ones.
Yes.
Instead of trying to have one ad to do everything, break it into multiple ads.
Absolutely. So different ads for different audiences, right? Because everyone's different in that thing. So a tradesman's different to a school teacher, for example. Mm-hmm. So you want to have different messages to those different people to get their attention. I've got here remarketing. So one of the things, and again, we've talked about it in previous webinars, is adding pixels onto your website. Okay, so this is called Facebook pixels and Google pixels as well. Add the pixels to your website. So your web developer may be able to do that for you guys. Generate out of there. Because what you want to do, especially from now to Christmas and even during the school holidays, is stalk your prospect or your website visitor. Okay, and I say stalk because when people come to your website and they go onto, let's say, Sydney Morning Herald, all of a sudden they'll see an ad, let's say it's from 9 Pillars offering a profit accelerator package or something like that. That ad will say, hey, it's the association they have. Now, I've been to your website. I can see you guys everywhere. I need to do something about it. So subconsciously, that message keeps getting in their heads, and also they're going, hey, I need to take action. Really, really important to get remarketing in place.
Can I just ask a quick question? Because I know that we've already covered remarketing in previous webinars.
Yes.
Just wanted to find out from everyone here, do you know about remarketing? Is it something that you've had a little bit of awareness of? Just curious who has heard of it before, and or even who's using it. And Max said yes. Nick and Lauren, no one sure. Yeah, yes, no. Not heard of it. Yeah, okay. So quite a few people haven't heard of it, and the same thing happens in Facebook as well, doesn't it, Lucien? So if you've visited a website,
yes.
And then you're on your Facebook feed, ads from that company appear on your Facebook feed because they've put that Facebook pixel on their website.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's something that. It's amazing. A lot of people haven't heard of it. That's good. That's what these webinars are all about.
Yeah, and you may have found yourself, say you're looking for some handbags or something like that. Anil's always looking for handbags. So as he's searching, and then he goes onto Facebook. All of a sudden, these ads from different handbag companies starts appearing on there, or definitely from the one he's been onto, I should say. So it's like a tag. So if they come to your website, you basically tag them. It's like a tag and release, but you can track them afterwards. It's probably a really good way of thinking about it. And it's on Facebook. It'll also be on Instagram, and also on just if you go into Google as well. But just so you know, LinkedIn has also launched this as well. So it's still in the early days yet, but it is an opportunity on LinkedIn for your ads to start appearing now as well. Okay. So talk about custom audience, where basically you can collect the information once you've got the pixels on there, and then you can basically understand who you're targeting and then create ads around your custom audience. You can also be able to upload your database and retarget. So if you have a database at the moment, let's say you're a real estate agent in a particular suburb, and you've got a whole, a database of emails of people, let's say 300, 400, whatever. You can actually upload that into Facebook, the Facebook advertising platform, and send ads out to that particular database. Okay, so it's really about pushing your advertising out to those individuals. Has anyone ever has done that? I know Nikki, my wife, who's on the call, has recently done that as well. But has anyone else have uploaded a database and had any success with it?
There's uploading it into Facebook and then doing marketing and advertising to that particular
database. Yeah.
It's interesting. I suspect not a lot of people. I suspect that even a few people on the call probably have never done any Facebook advertising full stop.
Yeah.
Let alone custom audience.
Yeah. Anthony, I think we're going to cover that off tomorrow.
Yeah, Max has recently started doing it. Oh, well done, Max.
Good. Yeah.
Field Power as well. Well, look at that. Nikki said, had a hotel do it for the first time yesterday, and she had 4 bookings come through it directly. Wow, excellent. Very good.
Very good. Awesome. Okay, and the next one is around advertising platform is Facebook Messenger. There's a new thing, and I think I'm going to share this in a couple of weeks. It's a thing called Facebook bots, where basically someone clicks on an ad or goes through an ad on Facebook, for example, and then they want to be in contact with you, and they use the Messenger platform, and you can basically automate that process. I don't want to go too much into it right now, because again, I'm just conscious of time. But it's something we're going to be sharing in the next couple of weeks, the next few weeks anyway, around this particular concept. It makes it nice and easy. Anytime you can automate your sales process, it's going to make your life a lot easier, obviously. So, if people get to your website, they download something, you can send emails automatically, but now you can also do it on Facebook bots, Messenger platform. Okay, so the third thing now, so I've covered 2 things already. So the third thing is your hook. Okay, really important to get the right offer. So the hook is really an offer that you can send out to get people's attention and get them to help take the very next step. Okay, now a couple of hooks that you may want to look at doing is something around value-added products. So say, for example, you offer a service, you may give them a free 20-minute checklist, or a checklist, or a free download material, something of value add. Or you could just give them a straight discount. Now, when discounting anything, just be careful on your margins. Anil will tell you around that. Don't just discount. Know exactly how much and what impact it has to your bottom line by discounting. If you are going to discount, maybe provide a limited number. So you could just give 5 away for before let's say Friday, for example, as an option. So you can have those different things in place just to help. What's the word I'm looking for? Control your offers. Anyone else has done things like downloads or given away any checklists or anything like that? Can you share that as well in chat? We even offer, obviously, we get people on ads coming through to webinars like this as well. So, it's a free platform for people to hear about it, free recordings, free courses. Great. Yep, Joanne has done it. So Joanne runs a real estate agency down in the Wollongong area, I'm going to say. Yep. Free ebooks from Max. Yep. That's great.
Yep. And we know it can take a little bit of time to put something together, but at least it's like anything in business. If you can create a system, if you can create a tool like that, you can keep reusing it.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things with this hook, especially if you're going to give some value-added items like an ebook or something like that, is you need to look at what's the value the prospect's going to take out of it, and what is their risk. So no one wants to give away their name and details if the value that's in return is very low. So you want to make sure it's high value, low risk. Okay, really, really important. And again, something like that could be like a checklist, a how-to video series. Don't be scared to do videos. I know we covered that off in our quarterly growth day 3-4 weeks ago now, where I took people through a framework on how to create videos and things like that. So really, really important that you create something of high value, low risk as much as possible. Okay, awesome. So yeah, just make sure you just take the next step. You don't need to sell the whole thing. Just if you can get the person's details, if you're selling a product online, you may get them to a particular landing page where you can then provide some more information around that product. So you could provide a video about why they should buy this product for you right now, or why they should download a particular video series or anything like that. So really, really important you create a landing page. The purpose of having a landing page, guys, is again, once you get them to your website, you use those pixels to track them afterwards. So that's really important. Again, give away some really good content on those landing pages. Make it easy. I see websites that ask for a whole lot of details off the person. First name, surname, email, phone number, suburbs, all these different things they've got to fill out. Just make it really easy. Just grab their first name or even just their email address and just get someone to download the information. Making it too hard, right? People will jump off your landing page.
Yeah. Okay. And a landing page, Lucien, it could look like your normal website page, or it could be a stripped down version with no menu and no navigation.
Yeah.
It's just to make them focus on the message and the action that you want them to take instead of wandering around your website.
Yep. Yeah, really important that you just get them to stay focused on the one thing. So generally people come, they come from your Facebook ad or your Instagram ad or your LinkedIn ad because you've highlighted to them there's a problem out there that you can solve. Okay? They want a kind of that little nugget of gold. So they click on it, they come through to your website. You need to give them that nugget of gold to help them take the next step with you.
And we talked about multiple ads potentially. That means that you may need to have multiple landing pages because presumably the message on the landing page needs to align with the message on the ad and the targeted audience.
Yeah, absolutely. But if I was focusing on any clients right now, I would say let's pick one particular niche and focus on that for now, rather than create 5 different people, 5 different landing pages. Just focus on one.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, create a really good landing pages. Now, if you're struggling on your current website, there's things like lead pages is something you can go in and use as well, guys, which is a bit of a drag and drop kind of thing. And I've seen people use things like Wix as well. WordPress, if you have the right WordPress website set up, you can go in there and create those landing pages and things like that. So really important that you get a landing page that you can basically track people as well. And obviously you have Google Analytics on it, so you can see how many people come through from your ads, how many people click through, how many people are taking the next step with you as well. The last thing I just want to talk about is execute fast and make mistakes. So I talked just a little bit earlier about just picking the one niche. Just pick the one little, it could be a little suburb that you want to target. And if, for example, in real estate, pick maybe a female over 35 wanting to sell a property or something along those lines. They're probably trying to get into a property more than anything else at the moment. But you could just pick it and then focus on that particular one. So you're going to I want you to execute fast, and I say make mistakes because you want to be trialing and testing different things out. Testing headlines, testing ads, testing your offers. And one of the key things that I do with our clients is actually create a test matrix whenever I'm helping them out. So we know exactly what we're testing, what the results we're going to get out of those different tests that we do. Because I could be changing one particular word here and I may not track it, and then I figure why that ad worked or did not work. So it's important that you have a testing matrix. And that's one of the things we do when we work with any of our clients on a digital strategy, is just making sure they have that digital matrix in place.
And there's types of things people would test. You mentioned headline, images obviously, can be important as well. Offers,
audience, really, really test multiple multiple areas in in your campaign.
Yeah.
And you can even test Instagram and Facebook as well. That's another test as well if you want to do that. But really go down the path of, one source, one audience, one offer, one message, one landing page, and really stay focused on that.
Yeah. So I think this whole area of testing and doing multiple ads can scare people off because it just sounds like a lot of work.
Yes.
If anyone has any questions around that or any comments around that, does it sound like too much work? I suppose at a minimum, they can set up a landing page, run one ad and just go from there and just see what's happening and then modify as they go.
As they go, absolutely. Yeah. Anyone had any thoughts on that?
No.
Nothing so far? Okay. So let me just summarize those 5 principles, right? And I can tell you now, if you focus on these 5 principles and you can execute something like within a week or 2 and create your ads, start it within the next couple of weeks, you will end up with leads and then sales coming out the back of that. So first thing is pick your source. So really, pick one channel that you want to target. Push your message, right? So you're going to do some advertising on there. Important, again, I'll go back to thinking about your remarketing to really adding the pixel onto your website and pushing your message using that so people continue to see you after they've been to your website.
So, Lucian, on that, because advertising, obviously people are on Facebook, they might be posting things, but they're not doing advertising. And the way that the Facebook platform works now is that a lot of times, even though you might have hundreds or thousands of people following your page, they don't see your posts because...
Yeah, so Facebook has algorithms like Google does as well. And including Instagram. So if you go through your Facebook feeds or Instagram feeds, you'll see a lot of sponsored posts on there. So you're more likely to target the people even that are following you using your post as opposed to using your advertising post as opposed just to a generic post.
Yeah. Unless you can really find a way to get a lot of interaction on those posts. If you're not getting a lot of interaction, then bit by bit you're going to get less and less people seeing those posts, even though you might have a lot of people following your page.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that's probably a whole different topic about how to get more engagement.
But I suppose that's the importance, and that's why we're talking about advertising. It's not just about putting stuff on Facebook and posting stuff. It's about using the advertising platform to make sure your message is getting out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I was going to go back one about this advertising part of it. One of the things you could use as your remarketing platform is a case study. So when they go onto, let's say, something like Google, or they go onto, on their Facebook feed, and you can share a case study where you're remarketing that to them, that gets them even more excited, and you're more likely to click on it and find out a bit more. How did this person get the result using your help? So it's really important. I failed to mention it earlier, but yeah. So get the right hook. So again, we talked about having case studies, giving them videos, providing some sort of value-added offer to them. Create your landing page. And the last one is about creating this execute fast and make mistakes. So it's around testing different ads, different niches if you need to. So the question I have, I guess, is, if you guys need help with any other stuff, please reach out. If you need help on the digital marketing side, obviously I can help you guys with that and set some of these things up for you. We have different packages, with small businesses all the way up. And I know Neil's also got stuff. If you've got enough clients coming in and you need help around, the profit, he's got a profit accelerator package as well. But we are running out of time in terms of booking people into that. So if you can reach out quickly, that would be great. Let's move on. So we'll come to the end of the presentation, but I just want you guys to just type in the messenger, what are some of the main takeaways from today's presentation? I'd love to hear it. I'm sure people have taken different things out of it, so please go ahead and type in.
And while you're doing that, just also wanted to remind people that every fortnight we have we get our clients together as part of our group program, and what we'll do in a minute is we'll just ask people to, that aren't clients to hop off this. So what we do is the first half of this meeting is all about this training, and we open this up to the public. And then after that, we have a session with our clients for another half hour or so, just to recap on their week, their fortnight, talk about these in a bit more detail in relation to their business and where they're at, but also just touch base with where they're at with their plan and their business, and make sure they're focused for the next 2 weeks. So I'm looking at the comments here. Kimberly said, I need everything. Max is saying, focus on one source. Good.
Andrea, we're almost there with your plan. So, what's the one thing you think you could implement before Christmas, guys? Is there, could you implement this? And if you find that there's some challenges you see, let us know what those challenges. Maybe I'll be able to answer it now.
Yeah. So Nick and Lauren saying a message on Facebook and Instagram. Might need a bit more information there, and we might talk about that. Now, Nick and Lauren are clients, so we'll have a chat more about that in a minute, unless you want to talk about that now, Lushen. Very informative, especially with info on pixels, tags, and yes, that's Bridget. Good. Nikki's time. That's what happens when you got kids that do lots of stuff.
LinkedIn.
Andrea said LinkedIn is so annoying. Andrea, do you want to just wondering, should we unmute Andrea and have a chat about that? Because LinkedIn is, anyway, we might come back to that one, Andrea, because I'm a bit like you. LinkedIn is a little bit, I find Facebook and Instagram easy personally. LinkedIn's less so. Anthony, where to start? Looks like LinkedIn is where I'll start. And then once again, you're right, Anthony. If you're targeting, so Anthony's a bookkeeper. If you're targeting businesses and certain industries and professions, then LinkedIn is a great way to target that.
Yeah, I think Leroy's got here. Thanks, guys. Some insight information like me, naive. Yeah, definitely social media. I mean, especially with what the top product and service you guys offer, that I think will help significantly. Social media.
Phil's got a good comment here. He wants to offer a Christmas shutdown service for customers. Fantastic. Or Christmas shutdown servicing. Excellent.
Definitely.
Perfect time for that.
Definitely. I think I worked with Bridget yesterday when we did our one-on-one, and we worked on something very similar. Something out there.
I'm going to mute Nadia quickly.
Yeah. So Louise got, they're not confident with advertising. Okay.
Yeah, which is not surprising, Louise. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people aren't confident, but it's just about giving things a go. You can start with boosting posts, but once you start learning the Facebook advertising platform, actually, Lushen, do you have the client site up and running at all?
No, I don't. No.
Otherwise, I can share my screen. But
yeah, let me get. Yep. Let me. I'll unshare. I'll stop sharing.
And I'll just.
Yep. Actually, yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, if everyone has a look at this.
Yeah. So just exit Lushen's full screen. So you should be able to see Lushen there on the call. But what I'll do is I'll just share my screen. And just open up, just move a few things around. So we've got a client site where all of these webinars are recorded and stored. It is only for our clients. But one of the things we have on here, can you see that, Lushen?
Yep, it's just loading up now, yeah.
But we've actually just put on so we've got a few courses. You should be able to see all that. I'll just click onto the courses here, and we're building these courses as we go. One is how to set up Facebook advertising. So Lushen's actually has, everyone should be able to see that. So it has 3 videos to, first of all, set up the ad, the basics, then some more, further setup features, and then how to use Canva, which is a design tool, free design tool, to design ads. So you can boost posts. That's pretty straightforward, but there are there's a more in-depth, more I suppose flexible ad platform that Facebook provides, and we provide training on all of that as well. Okay.
So again, Andrew just asked, is this what you covered at Quarter Great? No, Andrew, what we covered was more around how to actually create the actual videos for social media, and how to get more content out there. But I will record it because it's on my list to put into the client side as well. But it's just a framework, guys, we've used. I may even shoot something on our blog post and add it in there as well.
Yep. Now, what I'm showing here is more how to go to the back end of your Facebook platform, how to navigate around there, how to set up the ad, the different criteria, different components, and how to choose, what sort of demographics to set up, what sort of geographical area, how to do different headlines, all of that type of thing. Lucien's taking us through on here is screen recordings.
It's a step-by-step screen recordings, is showing you from start to finish. So how to start the ad and then basically publish it.
Yeah. And each video might be 10 minutes long, so it is quite a step-by-step approach. Anyway, I'll hand back over to you, Lucien.
Yeah. I'll just do the share again. Bear with me, guys. Sharing part. Can you see anything? No?
Not as yet.
Not yet? Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Perfect.
Okay, so so I think everyone's put in something in here about some of the key takeaways. So I don't know, it's really not long to go before Christmas. So obviously if you can get things started now, use those and focus on those 5 key areas, put a little mini plan in place and execute as soon as possible. And then have those ads running over Christmas and the holiday period really, and monitor it. Look at the number of leads you're getting in, and if you're not getting any, then put your hand up and reach out to us and things like that. But definitely start off with a good plan. I know Anthony and I are catching up tomorrow to basically map out his digital marketing strategy, which I'm looking forward to. So Anthony runs a bookkeeping service. That's really what we want to do. So thank you everyone for your time. I know we've gone a little bit over. Hopefully you guys found that really useful. Love to get your feedback as well on these sort of sessions. And if you don't put it on now and in the chat, feel free to email Anil and I, because these sessions are all about you, not about us. So, yeah.
Lee's just asked a question. What's the price difference in boosting a post or running an ad? There's no real difference. If anything, you can do better targeting through the ad platform, so it'll end up costing you less. Is that fair to say, Lucien?
Yeah. A lot more features on the ad platform than just boosting. Boosting is, I guess, it's the first tier. It's like you got your L plates on and you're learning, and then once you get to the advertising platform, you've got your full license basically. We're good at looking at it. I know a lot of people just think boosting it, I'm doing advertising on Facebook and things like that, but it's really just a small part of what can be done and what can be achieved.
Very good. So we might just keep our clients on. And once again, thanks everyone else. Have a fantastic day. If you can just log off now, that'd be great. And we'll speak to you all soon. And as Lucien said, if you need a hand, then Lucien's more than happy to have a quick chat to you initially and see what you might need, and then maybe either offer one of the packages or some other support if you need it.
Actually, we might send out those packages to the people.
Sure.
That's a good idea, just so they have some sort of support. They know that we're here to help them.